All right, hello. We got mic working, everything's good. Second one of the day, we're doing Cubs Indians Game 7 of the 2016 World Series. Um, I wanted to expand into baseball a little bit more, especially for the summer. There's no way this gets cleared on YouTube. I've accepted that one. Roland Garros final didn't, and there's no way this one did. Robinson versus Lamada just came up earlier today, and that one did get cleared, which was nice. But that's also from 1951, so a little bit of an era gap there. Um, so yeah, we're gonna be kicking it off here in the top of the seventh, I believe. Um, which it's a very long game, and I want to get into some more full ones later. But right now, I just want to get my feet wet in a bunch of different sports. So we're gonna be starting that. Um, Here it's on YouTube. There's going to be a ton of ads. It's going to be kind of annoying. I'm not going to cut them out because I want to give myself some time to talk in between. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We're um, picking it up here in the top of the eighth. Actually, it goes to extras. So, but anyway, this doesn't matter. We're beginning from the time period. Nothing after 2016 matters. And here's Anthony Rizzo. He's 1 for 2. He's been unbelievable this World Series. 300 or 375 average. Just one of the great players in Chicago Cubs history. And he will take the first strike of the inning. On the bump is an 0-2 count. Rizzo 1 for 2 on the day. Cubs lead 6-3. That's Roldis Chapman. He played in the last game, so we'll see if they end up bringing him back out again. John Lester started this game out. Rizzo will foul off the 0-2 pitch. Indians in need of a spark here. The series was 3-1 in their favor, and then the Cubs clawed it back here in this game 7. Home field advantage, but a 3-run deficit. Allen's 0-2 pitch. There's the drop off, and it's in the ground, but Rizzo will be out going to first. Look at that, the fall off, the second strikeout in 10 pitches. Again, showing Chapman in the bullpen. He's pitched a lot recently. Ben Zobrist is 0 for 3 on the day. Fouls that one down the right field line. He has also been unbelievable in this World Series. 346 average. Not as much of a power hitter, but he doesn't need to be. Just needs to hold off defensively. And the Cubs are World Series champions. The Cubs a 108-year drought going into this game. The Indians a 68-year drought. The number 1 and 2 biggest droughts in the league. Another high fastball. Strike for Zobrist. Another 0-2 count. Allen's done a wonderful job of getting into these early advantaged counts for him. 12 pitches through. He's got 2 strikeouts already. Zobrist going to crowd the plate now. Righty-lefty matchup. There's the drop again. He doesn't bite. It's the same pitch he got Anthony Rizzo with. And Zobrist, one of the key acquisitions recently. On deck is Addison Russell. Now, virtually the entire field of Cubs players made the All-Star team this year, but Russell, one of the breakout stars for this team. The 0-2, the 1-2. High fastball grounded down, but it's picked up, and Indians would have 2 outs, none on. Napoli on the first base line makes a great stop. Allen's done his job. Terry Francona Knows he's going to need the bats to wake up. They're at home. The Cubs are running out of pitchers, but still need to put the ball in play. Addison Russell has had a solid World Series himself. There's the looping curve. It's 85 in there for strike one. These counts have been very pitcher advantage so far. He's been throwing strikes. There's Kyle Schwarber coming off of a knee surgery that had him out most of the year. There's another breaking ball that drops in for strike two. Allen's done wonderfully so far. Can he get out of the inning easily? Cubs can taste it at this point. They don't even need offense. They just need 2 solid innings of pitching. There's a high pop out and puts it away. Solid inning from Allen. Russell goes out. That's the top of the order gone, but Indians need the bats to wake up as Lindor, Napoli, and Ramirez will go out to bat. Again, we're probably going to get ads every single half inning. Okay. John Lester still out there. They ran 2 starters this game. Kyle Hendricks to begin and John Lester now. He's won a World Series already with the Red Sox. There's the slider. 2-0 count. Francisco Lindor just needs to get on base. An out is not possible for the Indians at this point. Hitting .320 for the series. He's been wonderful. One of the bright young stars for this team. David Ross behind the plate making his last career appearance in the bigs. Lindor and Russell's there. 1 out for the Cubs. 5 outs from a possible championship. Lester's pitched 47. He's had a great series himself. There's Kyle Hendricks. He started the game off. Here is Mike Napoli. He's 0 for 3 on the day. One of the strugglers in this series, especially the last few games. Boy, did the Indians need him more now than ever. Here's Lester. The 0-0. There's the high fastball. He's got him up and in. Lester, one of the great control pitchers in major leagues. He knows how to close out a game of this proportion. Lester again got him swinging. Napoli's 0-2. There's the breaking ball down and in. Looking for a crucial second out in this inning. Cubs fans on their feet. Not going to get the call. Look for the looper on the outside plane. It's right there. It's possible for a strike there, but ump's not going to give it to him. Napoli with a 1-2 count and a breath of life. That one's outside. Slipped a little bit. 51 pitches, not a lot for a starting pitcher of his caliber, but he's had 2 starts in the series already, on top of a full season's workload. That's why you might see the velocity a little bit lower than you might in the regular season. 2-2 for Napoli. Looks for it. It's called strike 3. Sent him down. That's the second out of the inning. And a second ad to boot. Napoli's struggles continue. Cubs 1 out from getting into the 9th. John Lester's done beautifully. The 2-2 goes for the fastball, but it's framed perfectly from David Ross. Theo Epstein, the manager, Excuse me, the general manager, not the manager. Joe Madden, the manager. Looks for that same pitch, doesn't get it this time as Jose Ramirez takes ball one. Again, one of the great managers or general managers as a swinging strike. Had some break on it there, 1-1. One of the great general managers in baseball, really. He's already got a World Series. He's looking for a second here. His first few years in Chicago. Lester on the 1-1. Here's some contact. Russell unable to make the play. Ramirez is on base. Cleveland needed that one, and they're going to need to continue it here. Addison Russell, a good first step, but was unable to corral the ball. He's been one of the better defensive shortstops in the league, but couldn't get through that one. Rizzo's going to come out there. Joe Madden might be looking for a bit of a switch. Remember, he has Addison, or he has Aroldis Chapman in the bullpen. Aroldis Chapman has already pitched 2 games in a row, though, which is a lot for a reliever, a lot for a closer. And they will send John Lester down. He's had a wonderful game and would have liked to cap it off with an out there, but was unable to do so. Here we'll go to another ad. It's the annoying thing about these new games. Just riddled with ads. Yeah, John Lester, 4 strikeouts, 3 hits, no earned runs, and 55 pitches. That's exactly what he was told to do. Just get through some innings, eat him up. That's what he did. Here comes Aroldis Chapman, one of the best relievers in our game. Again, he played in games 5 and 6, though. He's got a lot of pitches. A lot over 100, too, but you're asking a lot out of a guy. There's 100. He's still throwing heat. But Brandon Guyer take his second at-bat of the day. Singled on his first. Chapman again. Strike 1. Again, he's throwing 100. But that wear and tear on that arm from the last 3 games, Joe Madden's asking a lot of him. Guyer will foul that one off. 99, that fastball, he's just pumping it out. Aroldis Chapman, a famous 2-pitch guy. He's got the slider and the fastball. And once that fastball starts to dip below 100 miles an hour, could be a little bit of a problem, but so far the location's been good enough, and we have our second ad in the same at bat. This is really frustrating, but we lived through it. Brandon Guyer with the 1-2, crucial position. Chapman with the 1-2. Lefty righty. Misses outside. There's 1-0-2 on the fastball, but lost a little bit of control. David Ross behind home plate, playing his final career game in the majors. He's had a historic career in his own right. There is another foul off. Guyer making Chapman work, and this could be important. Chapman already had a lot of pitches. He's just waiting for him to hang one, especially with the lack of his usual velocity. Chapman's fastball is usually in the 102, 103 range. He holds the fastest pitch in MLB history at 105 miles an hour earlier in his career. Again, 100 is still heat, but Chapman's not known for his placement. There's a high fastball. Geyer sinking his teeth into this at bat. It's a stone cold take. Here's the 3-2, full count. Rajai Davis on deck looking for a chance. Here's the fastball. He pokes it. It's going to be a single. All the way out. They're sending him. And a runner will score as the Indians get a crucial double. Unbelievable. The shift all the way. Just able to poke it to right field and turn on the Jets. He was going early, too. Now the Indians back in it. Again, Chapman, a lot of wear and tear on that arm. That wasn't a super hard throw for his standards, and Cubs got to be careful here. Runner in scoring position. And another ad. You know, if this stuff takes off, first thing I'm investing in is YouTube Premium. Anyway. Chapman again. There's 100. It's a close take, and Rajai Davis, he struggled this entire World Series. 3 for 20. But moments like this create legends. Oh, and it's high pop. He's lucky to foul it off. Then again, that's 98 right down the middle. And a power hitter like Davis can get a hold of it. The 1-1 count for Chapman. He is praying to get out of this inning. We are in Cleveland, but the crowd is split. Chapman, the 1-1. It's fouled behind him. Aroldis Chapman is one pitch from being in the ninth with a chance to close out the World Series. Again, this is the most pitches a closing pitcher has thrown in consecutive games in a very long time. This is not a common thing for Joe Madden to put a closing pitcher out there for 50 plus pitches in 3 starts or in 3 appearances. There's the outside fastball. Still got the velocity. It's 101. But he's bleeding pitches. Here's the 2-2 for Rajai Davis. Needs something to happen. Runner on second. And a grounder down the line. Again, he's got the runner on second to worry about. Maybe he's stealing. Maybe he's searching for the signs. Again, there's 6 previous games of information. Maybe they know something about Chapman at this point, what to attack. Maybe there's something going on the other way. Davis has not had a lot of success hitting the ball. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Here's the fastball. Poked out. Foul. Davis continuing his long at bat. That's another thing he wants. He wants to get that pitch count up for Chapman. Increases the chance he'll hang one over the plate. Chapman is stuck to the fastball. Will he switch it up, go off speed? He's got the slider there too. It's a 1-2 combo. Again, the Cubs have won the previous 3 games. Oh, he pokes it. And an ad. That's really unfortunate. He pokes it, drive, left field, it's gone. Rajai Davis, a 2-run shot to give the Indians a 6-6 game. It's all tied up here in Game 7. Poked it. A pure drive over the left field wall. Rajay Davis. No home runs, no extra base hits. He's hitting 100 in the series, and Cleveland cannot believe it. Chicago is horrified. Rajay Davis, the hero for Cleveland if they go on to win this game. Just an absolute shot. He knows it. The Cubs know it. The trajectory is perfect. Rajay Davis comes alive when it matters most. They do say big time players make big time plays, and that is a big time play here in this moment. Chapman's still got to get out of it. Here is Coco Crisp. Now the Cubs got to simply get out of the inning. Now this could go from bad to worse quickly. Crisp will take a shot, and it's another single. Zobrist is there and right, but again, Joe Madden made a risky decision in bringing out Aroldis Chapman for his third appearance. This eighth inning is everything the Indians could have wanted. It's going to take some mental strength for one of the best pitchers in baseball to compose himself and get this final out. "16 pitches, all in this inning. And remember, most of this inning was John Lester. That's 2 of the outs, but here is Aroldis Chapman struggling on this final out and completely swinging the tide of this game. There's LeBron. God, these ads are unbelievable. Chapman. 99, the velocity's dipping a bit. Gomez will pinch hit. Looks for a pickoff. Nothing too close. I would not expect Coco Crisp to run here. It's probably just Chapman trying to compose himself and get some time. This is low. It's 2-0. "18 pitches. Yet to find an out." Cubs fans are shocked. Seems to always happen to them. The Billy Goat curse is real. Chapman will find a strike. The slider finally pulls it out. Gomez goes for it. 2-1 count. Gomez yet to find the base during postseason. There's again. The slider's coming out. Didn't use it at all in the previous at bats. Pure fastballs, but Gomez has bit twice on it. He's going to take some time. It is a pretty disgusting pitch when you combine it with the pace of the fastball. Here is Gomez. The 2-2 pitch. 1 on, 2 outs. There's the swing. He's going to go. And Crisp will make it. The throw from Ross is not there, but the strikeout's there. Again, that huge homer from Rajai Davis. Cubs fans could not believe it. But here we head into the ninth. Ninth inning. One of the greatest games of all time. Rajai Davis would be hailed as a hero if they go on to win this game. A little high for Allen. Allen's working his second inning. They trust him to go the distance. Again, they had a clinical inning for the top of the eighth. David Ross, he hit that unbelievable homer in the sixth. What is probably his final at bat. He tries to lay down a bunt, but Allen's off the plate. 2-0 count. Ball game 6-6. Momentum is a fickle beast. Cleveland's trying to restrain it. Ross will call time. Not going to give Allen any rhythm. Allen on the 2-0. It's high. David Ross 3-0 count. I'm not sure if there's a single world where he's swinging here. He's 1-for-1 with the homer. He was brought in simply as John Lester's catcher. Those two had a storied career. I'd love to know the ratio of pitches to ads in this. Here is Ross on the 3-0. Allen goes. It's right down the middle for a strike. 95 on the heater. Allen, 21 pitches. He's already through a full inning. I got Shaw in the pen. Here's the 3-1. It's high, and Ross will walk. David Ross set a hell of a game. Caught had the homer, and now he's on base again. And they're going to pinch hit for David Ross. That'll be it for him, but it's been unbelievable. And the rain is coming down. This is a critical moment in the game. Will they call a rain delay? Will they continue the game? Top of the ninth. Cubs have a man on. Here is Brendan Hayward. Pitch outside. Another fastball. Rain is coming now. Excuse me, Jason Hayward. One of the major acquisitions over the summer. Their biggest contract expenditure. Allen's 23rd pitch. He's struggling to find the strike zone at this point. Hayward struggling to hit the ball. It's a struggle for both parties. Let's see who can struggle less here on the 1-0 pitch. Damn, they got the pinch runner out there, something to be worried about. Again, outside. Another 2-0 count. Hayward would love a walk here. Shaw in the bullpen. Let's see how long Terry's lease is. And it's in there for strike two or for strike one. Javier Baez on deck. one of the shining stars for this Cubs team. It's grounded down the line, but it's foul. Hayward picks up a second strike, and we pick up a second ad in the at bat. This is ridiculous. He's pretty good at basketball, by the way. Whatever. 2-2, top of the ninth. No outs. Allen's just desperately trying to get one. The difference between a double play situation and 2 runners on, no out, is possibly the difference between a championship and not a championship. Here's Allen. Runner's going. Again, with the pinch runner in there, they're happy to be a little bit more aggressive rather than if David Ross was on base or something. Joe Madden trying to retain his calm. His decision to put in Aroldis Chapman backfired a little bit, but his team is still in the ballgame. Allen again. There's a swing down the line, and Hayward's having a long at bat. 28th pitch for Allen. And it was close. If Hayward got a little bit more of it, could be rolling down the line. Again, the shift is there. He's a true lefty. Allen again, the 2-2. We'll go for a pickoff, and sliding back in will be safe. That's the last thing you can do if you're a Chicago Cub. You cannot get picked off. That would be truly cursed. Jerry Francona. A double play would be ideal. It's always there, but the runner's going. And the ads are going. Here's the pitch. It's fouled off again. There was an 84. He went off speed for the first time in a minute. Allen again. We'll go for another pickoff, and he's diving back in. Hayward's doing his job. He's keeping the at-bat long. 29 pitches for Allen. Here it comes. Another 2-2. Here's a pickoff again. He's taking his time. He's willing to let Coughlin dive back in there as many times as he wants. Allen. Here's the pitch. It's driven. It's in for a double play. Here it is. And oh, the takeout slide. Only gets one. Francisco Lindor unable to pull the trigger. Hayward is saved. Terry Francona might be looking towards that bullpen. Here, look at the wherewithal to make that slide go a little bit wide. Coughlin's going to take a wide approach. He's going way too late. That slide is going nowhere, but Francisco Lindor is unable to make the throw. He's getting his legs taken out from under him. That's a heads-up play right there. He's sliding feet first into that bag. It's a smart play. The double play is still there. Allen is still out there. He finally got the ground ball he was looking for, but he's pitched 30 this game. Again, he's like a Aroldis Chapman, but he's done a little bit better. They're going to look for a takeout here. Terry Francona was challenging. And as much as I would like to, I do have to continue this just for computer storage space, so I'm not going to watch all of the replays, especially with no audio. Okay. Here we are, top of the ninth, one out, one on. There's a strike. Shaw comes in for his first pitch of the night. Javier Baez hit a huge run earlier. A solo shot in the fifth. Here's Shaw. He's got the 0-1. They've tried to stay ahead in counts, but struggled. And it's bouncing. Runner doesn't go. It's Jason Hayward, not one of the speed demons on the roster. Shaw's 1-1, trying to control that curve a little bit. Here's Aroldis Chapman. Just wondering if he's going to have to go out there again. Here's a high fastball. It doesn't go. Shaw on the 2-1. Baez in there again. It's outside. He's got a 3-1 count. Baez is going to get something to hit here. If he grounds it, the double play is still there. Two very experienced managers. Terry Francona and John Madden. Joe Madden, not John Madden. There's a swinging strike. He goes. Hayward's going. He's going to 3. And Hayward will be held up at third. The throw in errant. And Hayward is now in a wonderful position for a sac fly. Look at that. Throw is low, and Hayward's able to cruise in. It's Jason Kipnis, really. They're going to bring out Martinez here, the defense specialist in center, as Coco Crisp will go to the bench. Very much a fielding substitution. And the throw missed. One on third. Martinez, one of their better fielders on the roster. They hope to not put him in a position where he has to hit. Javier Baez, full count, looks for a bunt. Does not make contact. It's a strikeout. Baez goes down. There's a chance for the sac fly with it. Now a crucial position. Look at that. He made contact, but went behind. Did make contact. Just pure strikeout. I apologize. Shaw. 6 pitches deep. 1 on, 2 out. Dexter Fowler started this game off with a moonshot. Here's the high pitch for him. It's 1-0. Fowler has played unbelievable in this entire series. Quite possibly the strongest performance for the Cubs. Up there with Anthony Rizzo. Here it is Fowler's 1-0. Takes the second ball. Shaw is happy with the walk here. It doesn't mean anything to him. What he cannot do is hang one, especially to a hitter hitting as hot as Fowler is. Fowler jams it up the middle, and Lindor will make the play. Shaw gets out of it at 6-6, heading into the bottom of the ninth, with the Indians with a chance to win it. A tough play for Francisco Lindor, but one that he takes up to the challenge, and he does brilliantly. Look at that. Indians get out. Shaw gets out. Might be the last time they have to field. Very difficult position for Joe Madden as Aroldis Chapman. Can you put him back out there? He's struggled already in the 8th. He's played a lot of baseball over the last 3 games, more than he has in the entire regular season. There is the view at Wrigley. They will bring back out Aroldis Chapman. Here is Santana. He's 1 for 3 on the day. He's had a solid series. Chapman's looking to put a few outs together, get into extras. Nothing else he can do. There's the breaking slider. It's 86. Slider was working for him earlier. Started to go back for it a little bit more. But the 2 signs of Aroldis Chapman when he's fatigued is a fastball below 100 and relying heavily on the slider. But at this point, I think the cat's out of the bag in that regard. It's 1-1. He put the second one low. Chapman's still a scary guy to face. That one's low. Swing doesn't go. 2-1 count. Santana's trying to get on. Can the Indians manufacture a run? This would be one of the great comebacks in World Series history. Montgomery is in the bullpen. Here is Chapman. The 2-1 pitch. It is high outside on the fastball. It's below 100. 3-1. Dangerous territory for Chapman. Anything hanging could spell the end of this unbelievable series. 3-1. It's down the middle. It's what he's looking for. It's a high fastball. 98. It's a tough one for Santana to pull the trigger on. 3-2 count. Most important pitch of the night. Here's Chapman for his 27th pitch. Here's the breaker. It's popped up. Zobrist will come in on it and make the play. Chapman's gotten out. Santana had the pitch he wanted. It was a hanging slider, but misses it a little low. Look at that, right down the middle. Just missed the barrel. Cubs live to fight another day. Again, there is so much history going into this game. As Jason Kipnis will step back up, 300 average for him in the series. He's got the power to end it right here. There's a slider, it's in there. Again, that slider's been working for him. With the exception of the Rajay Davis double shot to left field. Pitch misses for 1-1. Kipnis again is trying to put some in play, get the Indians going. That first out was critical. Can Chapman continue? There's another one. Kipnis gets a hold of it. It's blasted down right field, but it's foul. That could have been the series. To the short porch. Aroldis Chapman's got away with a few here. Ball to Santana down the left field line could have been something. Especially that one, but you got to have a short memory. He's earned himself a strike. The 1-2 count to Jason Kipnis. Again, lefty-lefty matchup. A 1-2. Kipnis doesn't bite. Goes for the slider again. He's relying heavily on that slider now. That is some signs of fatigue if Aroldis Chapman's not throwing his fastball. Here it is, the 2-2. A looper ends up a bit high. He's losing some of the break on it and the velocity. It's an 85 mile an hour slider. Kipnis is holding this at bat back together. It's 3-2. On base would be critical. Both sets of fans equally in terror at this moment. You're going to have a mound visit. Here is Chapman. They just want to give him some time to rest. How are we going to get this guy out? There's the looper. Kipnis fouls it off. He knows that could have been big. Just paid a bit more break. Kipnis again. Will he get another shot at it? Just got to protect the plate. Chapman's thrown 33 pitches. That's the most from him this series. When will Joe Madden make the switch? Throwing high, strike 3. He pumped the fastball in there. 98 in Kipnis. When you see 6 straight sliders, you might be expecting a 7th. He timed it up, just missed low. And Aroldis Chapman is rolling. Francisco Lindor will come up to bat. He's 0 for 4 today. He's been wonderful this series, and his fielding has been incredible. The run saving play, he made it short. Just this inning, there's a pop. Here is Hayward coming in. Jason Hayward makes the play. Aroldis Chapman gets out. That's some mental strength from him. And here is Schwarber, Bryant, and Rizzo coming back up for the Cubs. That is a scary 1-2-3 punch heading into the 10th. Looking at the weather report now, they might be taking a rain delay. They will. They bring out the tarmac, and they will go back to the locker room. We will skip past all of that, as this is 10 years later. God, that's insane to say. I remember watching this game, but here is Kyle Schwarber. He tore his ACL brutally earlier in the season, but he's made it back to become one of the best hitters in the series. 375 average. It's nothing to sneeze at, especially for a power guy like Kyle Schwarber. And Shaw pitched extremely well. In the previous inning, will be tasked with getting them to an 11th if needed. Schwarber's 2 for 4 on the day. First one was a fastball missed high. Here is Shaw again. Schwarber down the line. He's there. It's a base hit for Kyle Schwarber. Cubs are in business. He's hitting the ball so well. Dipped low, but got the barrel beautifully. Again, Napoli's scrunched in. The shift is there. He's a lefty, but finds the seam. Gets enough power on it and able to turn it. Now they will pinch run for Kyle Schwarber. 3 for 5 on the day for him. Albert Almora will pinch run. Here is Chris Bryant, an MVP candidate. They call ball 1. It's a tight one for Shaw. Bryant. Unbelievable pitch discipline from him. Again, with one on here. Otero and Bauer in the pen. Shaw trying to claw his way out. It's high. Bryant knew it was a ball, but decided he wanted to take a crack at it. He's 1 for 3. Had one of the great hitting seasons. And Carl Edwards Jr. is in there for the Cubs. He'll be tasked with closing out this game if they score one. Here's Bryant in the 1-1. Takes another crack, but it's a great pitch from Shaw. Up and in on the fastball. It's a tough one to hit. Super enticing for Bryant, too. Now he's earned himself a 1-2 count. Doesn't matter how great the hitter is, the count doesn't lie. See if Almora goes. He won't. It's high, a great take from Chris Bryant. That fastball's sitting in 96 now. It's a great call from the ump, right outside the range. Here's Javier Baez. He's had himself a series too. Terry Francona looking to stamp his legacy as a manager by breaking one of the great streaks in baseball. These Cubs, though, looking to break a bigger one. Here's Shaw on the 2-2 to Bryant. Bryant will take a swing. Here's a drive. Deep to center. And Davis is there to take it away. But Almora is in there to tag up from first. So they do move that runner ahead. That was Chris Bryant's one job. Get that runner forward. Doesn't matter how many they score. Get that high fly ball. And the tag up opportunity was there. Now Mora had the speed to get it done. Big time throw from Davis too, but a little short. Next up to the plate will become Anthony Rizzo. It's at 360 with Zobrist on deck. Shaw will stay out there. He's pitched pretty well. And they will intentionally walk Anthony Rizzo because they want to see Ben Zobrist. He's 0 for 4 today. They'd rather see him up there than Anthony Rizzo, who's hitting amazing. To them, it doesn't matter how many they have on base. They need to prevent anybody from scoring. Here is Ben Zobrist. 2 on, 1 out. They want the double play to be there. And now it is. Pitch is high. 1-0 for Zobrist. He struggled with runners in scoring position. Almora will be tasked with bringing it home. Here's Zobrist on the 1-4. It's there. Strike one. Shaw's throwing that breaking two-seamer high. Zobrist generally a amazing hitter, but has struggled from the plate tonight. There's another one, a beautiful pitch from Shaw. Drops into the outside corner. Look at that. That's perfect. Right on the edge of the zone. There's not much you can do about that. He's got a task in front of him, though. Zobrist takes a poke at it, but will retain 1-2 count. Addison Russell's on deck. Hit a grand slam earlier this series. Here's the pitch. It is down the line and fair. Almora's going to go. And they're going to hold Anthony Rizzo. What a swing from Ben Zobrist, the lefty, down the left field line. That's so tough. Chicago leads. They got 2 on, 1 out. Rizzo knows it's close. They're going to have a chance to close it out. Aroldis Chapman, extremely thankful. He might not be known for blowing it. Almora with a wonderful piece of pinch running. Rizzo knows the job is not done. Now they're going to intentionally walk Addison Russell now, too. They want the double play to be there. What a shot from Ben Zobrist. And now they have Miguel Montero, who is 1 for 11 in there in the postseason. He is 0 for 3 in the World Series. This is the guy they want hitting. Ball is high, but now it takes away the walk. There's no walk. He's got to throw some strikes. Here is Shaw again. He's throwing a lot of pitches. It's up the middle. Looked like he got hit. Here is Shaw. 1-1 count. 1 on, 1 out. Or 3 on, 1 out. And it's up the middle. It's beautiful. Chicago scores. What a shot. Montero. His first hit of his World Series career. It's beautiful. It's through the gap. Does exactly what it needs to. Now the Cubs have a chance to blow this game open. They're already up 2 runs. And Shaw, that breaking pitch right down the middle. It's not going to get it done. In the roll, there's nothing Lindor can do. Cubs can smell it. First pitch was a strike to Jason Hayward. Carl Edwards is going to be tasked with closing this game out once they get there. Hayward's 0 for 4. Sources say that he gave an inspiring locker room speech during the rain delay. Here's Trevor Bauer, one of the best pitchers in baseball. His pitch drops in the dirt. Cy Young contender. 0-2, but Hayward's caught swinging on that. Wow. It's a lack of discipline. Can Bauer close it out? Usually a starter. Now Corey Kluber made the start today for the Indians. But Bauer still making his appearance. Hayward's going to pop it up, but it will be foul. Hayward again. 3 on, 1 out. 0-2 count. Trevor Bauer. It drops. He's looking down the line. It's got him. It's a strikeout. Jason Hayward bit a nasty off-speed pitch, and Bauer's back in business. Look at that. It's going to get him around. And it's dropping in the dirt again. Javier Baez. One of the better young stars in baseball. Chance to put the icing on the cake here in the top of the 10th. Bauer versus Baez, one of the most anticipated matchups in this series, and we got a lot of it. Carl Edwards Jr. still warming up in the pen. Jams him inside. Baez there for a solid first take. Trevor Bauer, not usually this deep into a game. It's only 5 pitches, though, but he's pitched a lot this series. 2 starts for him. Hayward had a rough game, but he's done his part throughout the year. Swing and a miss. That was a hack from Baez. Bauer's able to sneak it through. It's 1-1. Top of the 10th. Both teams looking for history, but the Indians are going to need the bats to wake up. David Ross looking for his 2nd World Series ring. Got the first with the Red Sox with John Lester. There's another one, swing and a miss, and Baez is trying to end the series right now. Bauer got it through again. It's 1-2. He's done well since he got in. Bauer on the 1-2. Baez at least can try to take his pitch count up. Bauer again. There's a swing, but Baez able to check it. The 2-2. A walk is unexcusable for Trevor Bauer. Two. It's popped up. It's deep. But Davis is there. The top of the 10th is done. Carl Edwards Jr. will be tasked to send down 3 Cleveland Indians before they can get 2 runs. Edwards Jr. has not seen a lot of the field during this postseason. Here he is, trying to close out the greatest game in baseball history. Look at that. He's only allowed 1 run. He's played 4.5 innings. First pitch was good. Second pitch, not so much. It's a 1-1 count with Napoli. He's struggled 0 for 4. Edwards, the righty reliever. Fouled off as Napoli again. He's got himself in a tough count. Struck out earlier in the 8th. That was John Lester who got him out. Chapman's looking for his ring. The 1-2 is high. Napoli a solid take. Usually a very, very good hitter. Struggled in this series. Looking for some magic. Edwards Jr. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Napoli sent down for the 5th time today. It's exactly where he should have put it. Outside just so that Napoli can't reach because he wants to foul it off. It's a big time pitch. Rizzo feels it. Got 1 out. And here is Jose Ramirez. He's 2 for 4 on the day for strike 1. He's in a big spot. The 0-1 pitch. There's a breaker. It's down the line but foul. Cubs fans feel it closing in a little bit. Dugout's a little rowdy. The 0-2 for Edwards. He's done brilliantly so far. No runners on. Here's Ramirez. 0-2 is loopy and not in. Ramirez not going to chase. One of the premier hitters on this Indians roster. The pressure is palpable. Edwards again. It's outside again. Ramirez working this count. It's 2-2. 1 out means they need it on. That was always the outcome they needed. Doesn't matter if it's a homer or if it's a bunt single. Need to do it twice. Here's Carl Edwards. He shakes it off. The 2-2. And it's poked out there. Here's Addison Russell. And he's there. Cubs find a second out. They're 1 away from a world championship. 108 years they have waited. And Brandon Guyer, he's had a wonderful series and a wonderful day. He's 2 for 2. He started that run that able to tie the game up in the 8th. Theo Epstein looks upon his roster that could win it right here. Here's the dropper. Throws a great curveball and did not get any biters there. Edwards has performed brilliantly this inning. Here's Guyer. He's hitting well. Throws Guyer, checks his swing. It's the best count the hitter has had the entire inning. 2-0, 2 outs. Guyer just needs to get on to have a chance for the Indians. Not much either manager can do anymore. In the dirt again. Here's a 3-0 count. Edwards is going to come and have a chat. On deck is Rajai Davis. He hit that home run, the two shot that changed the tide of this game down the middle. Geyer doesn't bite. It's almost a free strike because you know he's not biting. You know he's not swinging. A walk is just as good as a home run here. And he's walked. Missed his pitch. It's what the Indians need. And here is Rajai Davis. Edwards Jr. He's an out away from history. One bad pitch away from infamy. And that was the shot that got Rajai Davis into it. He'd struggled the rest of the game. He was 0 for 3, but doesn't matter at that point. Doesn't matter the series you've had up until the moment you make it yours. Rajai Davis. Geyer did his job. It's low. The 1-0 count. Carl Edwards Jr. How will the greatest series in baseball history end? Which drought will finally be relinquished? There's another one. It's poked. And it's there. And he's going. And it scores. Geyer went for the steal in second because of the count and found his way home. Now it's 8-7. Edwards did so well getting those first two, but he's going to get a manager switch here. Carl Edwards Jr. is going to have to take a seat, as there was one man left in the bullpen. It's Montgomery, the lefty. Found a strike for his first one. Indians got a shot to win now, and here's the ground ball. Here is Chris Bryant, and the Cubs win the World Series. It's 8-7. It's Game 7. They do the impossible. They come back 3-1. They break the 108-year drought. The Billy Goat curse is no more. It's unbelievable. It's cinematic. Montgomery on a second pitch of the World Series for him. The Indians can't believe it. They did all they could. Both teams, both managers, both fan bases. It's all what you want to see. Anthony Rizzo, one of the great all-time Cubs right there. All the ups and downs, the heartbreaks. And they find it. They find the win. Oh, it's such a good game. They get their trophy. What a game. That's such a fun one to call. God, the ads are so bad, but it's such a fun game to call. So there's no way I'm able to put this up, by the way, just because of copyright and MLB and all that. But it's fine. I'll put it on the website. Who really cares? So yeah, God, it's a fun one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. That's the second video we've done today. I'm not recording, am I? There's no way. Oh, we're joking. Oh, we're joking. Yeah, we're definitely not. Oh, that's so bad.